this second set, serving for Brazil. Brazil ranked #1, the United States currently at #4. Max Holt again. Taylor Sander is doing an awful lot right now. The crowd is taking a breath after that opening set. That had a lot going on. Good cover by Bruno. Lucarelli looking for the high hands, and no question a touch off the top of the block. That was off of #3 Taylor Sander of the United States. Good swing by Lucarelli. Stuff block by Lucas this time on David Lee. Watch the path of the ball. David Lee goes wrist away, and Lucas is going to be jumping way to the inside. You see him push off his right foot and jump way to his left to get inside the path of the ball. Really good block there by Lucas. Brazil looking for a quick start. There's the back one again. Good touch at the block by Lee. And off the block and out of bounds. Taylor Sander on a roll here, spiking the ball. Sander was 8 of 12 in that opening set. 67%. Bernardinho wanted a double contact called on that set against Micah Christensen. Remember that call at 24-all against Bruno? That was big. Great save that time. Ball hit out of bounds. Bruno with a magnificent save off an errant pass that time by Murillo, and now tied at 3. By Micah Christensen. You could see right away it wasn't spinning cleanly, which is sometimes the most difficult ball to handle, and when it went right into a seam that time, away from Mario, but yet not close enough to Murillo to take that serve. Brilliant serve by the young 21-year-old setter for the United States. Transition swing is stuffed once again. United States continues to really struggle in that particular area. I'm not on with data volley, so I can't see the transition swings by the United States. I'm getting the box score in between sets, and it just doesn't have that number. But I'll tell you what, for the United States, it's not good. But they're up 1-0. Oh. Taylor Sander is just crushing the ball. John Sperron. I know he wants to smile on that play. I know he does. Taylor Sander can absolutely jump. A foot fault called against Wallace. Oh, that was great. Bernardinho doesn't necessarily get along with the officials too well. Hey, that's just part of a coach's life, but a foot fault called there, and it was correct. He gave the linesman a little 5, gave him a little dap. Wallace ripping through the block. Boy, he is so explosive. And great fans throughout the course of this tournament. A lot of Brazilian fans. There were a lot of Iranian supporters. They had a great final. They finished 4th. Congratulations to Italy for winning their 2nd straight bronze medal. Kind of an awkward looking play that time. Sean Rooney way under the ball, almost jumping backwards on that particular play. I think he was expecting something. Well, that was a pretty fast set. And if you're just joining us, won the opening set 31-29. And that set had everything. Off the block and out of bounds. Good high swing up into the hands of Sidao and Murillo. Rilo, the much smaller of the two blockers, 1.90 as opposed to Sidao, who's 2.03. So pretty good trajectory that time by Anderson. Two contacts remaining. That ball blocked off of Taylor Sanders' head. Murillo then off the block and out of bounds. Very nice playing by Brazil, and we'll get to the technical timeout. Brazil will go to the sideline, as will the United States. Brazil leading 8-7 here in the second set of the World League. What a preview to the World Championships coming up in September. Both of these teams will be very much in the mix. Anderson well off the net and able to put that ball away. That was a very difficult swing because that set should be inside the 3-meter line. Anderson's a big jumper, 6'10" if you go feet and inches, 2 meters 2 centimeters, and able to put that ball away. Difficult swing. Short serve, and a two-handed throwdown that time by Max Holt. Mentioned in the early stages of the opening set that John Spera and the United States need to show some more variety in their service game. They were hitting jump serves, and Brazil was just gobbling that up. No trouble whatsoever. So a good change here by Rooney. Pirelli right to Rooney, but that didn't have a lot of topspin on it. Tough ball to dig. Back row quick combination. So that was not a good serve. It was right to, but out is out. Anderson stuffed straight down. I'll tell you what, the United States is passing well enough to set the ball in the middle more. And the Brazilian block is going to be leaning towards Anderson because he gets the most sets. It's simple math. So Christensen has got to get his middles back involved. Anderson ripping that ball, and a touch is detected. And no argument whatsoever by Lucarelli or the Brazilians. A rocket over the top of the block. Watch the top of the fingers. Outside pinky that time of Lucarelli. But still back to the point. When the United States passes the ball well enough, I'd watch for Micah Christensen, who's back to serve now, already has an ace in this set, to go into the middle a lot more, particularly to Max Holt. Sender off the top of the block. One of the first transition swings that was successful for the United States, and given that, they're still up 1-0. They're getting a lot of transition swings because their blocking system has been very solid in that phase of the game, and that means their back row defense has been good. Exceptional dig that time by Sean Rooney. Lucas misses it out of bounds. No touch detected. And remember, touches and non-touches, for that matter, cannot be challenged. So the ball ruled out of bounds, and a timeout called by Brazil. The United States leading 1-0. And what a battle so far this evening in Florence between the United States and Brazil. Christensen coming out of the timeout. Good serve, but another perfect pass. Oh, Wallace. That is one great jumper right over the top of another. Look at this. Taylor Sanders can really get up, and Wallace went right over the top of him. A brilliant set that time by Bruno. Wallace is so unusual. Usually you want a ball set a meter off the net. Bruno told me that Wallace wants it 50-50 right on top. Ace serve. Somebody said something to me on the American coaching staff earlier this evening. You know, Dmitry Mazursky, 2 meters 19 centimeters, gets a lot of talk as being the best middle blocker in the world. I'll tell you what, Lucas gives him a run for his money. Overpass. Sidao. David Lee tried to keep the ball alive. I think it's a real close battle between Lukas Sackkamp and Dmitry Mazursky for being the best middle blocker in the world. Timeout, back-to-back points. Lukas serving. Timeout now taken by the United States. Each of Brazil and the Americans have one time.